Iconic Superman villain Lex Luthor has been called many things: Apex Lex, Mockingbird, the Kryptonite Man, President, but in 2022 he'll have a new moniker, Batman. March's Batman number 121 primary cover by series artist Jorge Molina gives a startling sight: Lex Luthor suited up as a Batman. This issue is the fourth part of the current Abyss storyline, and while the story's name refers to a new Batman adversary, Lex is the bigger threat according to series writer Joshua Williamson. When we were first talking about ideas for first Batman arc, I asked what if there's someone trying to kill Batman Incorporated. Then I realized we've seen that. It's every Batman Incorporated story. Oh no, what if Batman Incorporated killed someone and now Batman has to deal with it? I needed a bad guy, so I asked myself, who do I want him to go against, who would be fun, and someone we hadn't seen Batman against much recently. I remember landing on Lex, and said to myself, yeah, I think I got this. This idea of Lex as Batman might seem like a one-off thing, but subsequent announcements, namely the death of the Justice League storyline in Justice League number 75, portend that Bruce Wayne has a 90% chance of being killed off by DC in April. And if that's the case, DC will need a successor, and Lex Luthor might be the man for the Batman job on a more long-term basis. Batman and Lex crossed paths in January 4's Batman number 119. There's a scene in Batman number 119 with Bruce and Lex. The conversation is about how Batman is broke, Batman doesn't have money anymore. It's essentially Lex taunting Bruce, and just poking at him, trying to crack the Bruce exterior. Bruce is trying to be Bruce, but Lex is doing everything to piss him off. He wants the Batman to come out. As it turned out, Lex has become Batman Incorporated's new primary investor, swooping in after Bruce Wayne lost his fortune in the Joker War arc. As DC describes Batman number 121, this is all part of Lex Luthor's dangerous master plan for Batman Inc. Writer Dan Slott's long-awaited Reckoning War saga begins, launching in Fantastic Four, Reckoning War Alpha number 1, and then unfolding in the pages of Slott's current run on Fantastic Four. The story will shed light on the first war that rocked the Marvel Universe, a conflict that preceded Asgard, Galactus, and all the heroes you know and love. That war will now reignite, and only the Fantastic Four can defend the universe from the chaos it will unleash. When I was 8 years old, I read a particular Marvel comic that struck me. It got me thinking, if this happened, and that happened, then the whole Marvel Universe would be in trouble. Every facet would be in danger if this conflict happened again, and I've sat back and waited since I was 8 years old and no one ever touched on this. And that made me happy, Slott explained to Newsarama. The Reckoning War is me finally being able to answer the question an 8-year-old me had: what if those guys showed up again? It's chaos, madness. A fight for your life. This is my Star Wars. Official description for Fantastic Four, Reckoning War Alpha, 2022, number 1. 15 years in the making, and it all kicks off here. In a time before the Kree, Skrull, or Shi'ar empires. Before the emergence of Galactus. Before the birth of Asgard. There was the First War. The greatest war to ever rage across the multiverse. Today, it is reignited. This is the day of reckoning. And all that stands between all of reality and revenge from the dawn of time are the heroes of Earth, the Fantastic Four, and the mind of Mr. Fantastic. Starring the FF, She-Hulk, Jack of Hearts, the Unseen, the Silver Surfer, and everyone in the whole damn Marvel Universe. Over the course of Chris Cantwell's run on Iron Man, Tony Stark has traveled across the galaxy, battled against Korvac, and struggled with gaining new cosmic powers, but he hasn't faced this epic journey alone. By his side has been his new love interest and partner, Patsy Walker aka Hellcat. In true Marvel fashion, the pair's blossoming romance has developed amidst a backdrop of interdimensional conflicts and celestial-level threats. Now in May's Iron Man number 20, Tony, back on his feet and seeking much-needed stability, will bend down on one knee and ask Patsy to marry him. Could the next Marvel Comics wedding be on the horizon, or will more chaos keep these lovers apart? Here's what Cantwell had to say: the exciting future of Tony and Patsy's relationship. Since issue number 1, bringing Patsy Walker into the story just felt right. She was the perfect kind of grounded presence in Tony Stark's hyper-octane world that I believed could help bring more balance to his life. Patsy Walker's best superpower in my mind has always been her ability to be human and sincere. And like Tony, she has had her share of demons in the past, some literal in her case. Both Patsy and Tony have gone through fundamental transformations in this story. And as the dust settles, and Tony sees Patsy as this phenomenal force in his life, he does the only thing he can think to do in order to keep her near him and connected. He proposes they be together for the rest of their lives. Of course, marriage is fated for Patsy in ways it is for few other Marvel characters. Just one, her previous relationships took her to the very depths of hell. It's not an easy decision for her in the least. After Peter Parker was critically wounded in a fight against the UFOs, his Clone Saga counterpart Ben Reilly picked up the mantle of Spider-Man. Working for the Beyond Corporation, the newly christened Spider-Man Beyond has come across many of Peter's greatest villains, including Kraven the Hunter and Morbius. However, the wall crawler may soon be in over his head as images provided by Marvel signals the arrival of an all-new Goblin, while highlighting the past incarnations of Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, and the Red Goblin. Together, the images read: first, the original brought tragedy, then, the pretender brought chaos, after that, the symbiote brought carnage, now, all hail their queen. Queen Goblin will make her first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man number 88 by writer Z.E.B. Wells and artist Michael Dowling. Designed by Marvel Stormbreaker Patrick Gleason, the character will be a major thorn in Spidey's side in the months to come. Speaking on creating a new Goblin, executive editor Nick Lowe said, "Queen Goblin was one of the coolest ideas from our Beyond Story Summit," while adding all of the writers were ripping on the concept and character, and when Pat Gleason dug in on the design we all lost it. You aren't going to believe this newest addition to Spidey's Rogues Gallery. While fans know when they can expect to see the Queen Goblin gliding into Spidey's life, her true identity remains a mystery. In the past, Peter Parker faced off against a female goblin-themed villain with connections to his own life. Lily Hollister was Peter's friend and the fiancée of former Green Goblin Harry Osborn, before revealing that she was secretly the supervillain Menace. Over the years, she plagued both Harry and Peter, giving birth to Harry's child and fighting alongside the original Green Goblin Norman Osborn. Wonder Woman number 786 places Diana Prince at the center of the clash between the Bonamai doll, Esqueda, and Themyscira, the three tribes of the Amazons. The issue teases that while the tribes fight for the right to control the future of Amazons everywhere, they will also be fighting for immortality. The Amazons' actions are being manipulated by an unseen force, one that comes from the depths of Doom's Doorway. Doom's Doorway is a dimensional gateway that connects Themyscira to Hades. For decades, Nubia guarded Doom's Doorway and protected the world from any monsters that attempted to get through it. However, after the supposed death of Wonder Woman in Dark Knight's death metal, Hippolyta left Themyscira to take her daughter's place in the Justice League and assigned Nubia the title of Queen. This responsibility forced Nubia to pass the task of guarding Doom's Doorway to a rotating group of protectors. Though well-intentioned, this decision has not been particularly successful, as the new Guardians have struggled against the monsters attempting to get through their defenses. One of the beasts that escaped Doom's doorway attacked the Bonamai doll, who do not benefit from the same immortality as the Themyscirans. Queen Atlantis saw this situation as an opportunity and suggested the tribe send Artemis to become the Gateway's guardian, which would end the Bonamai doll's exile and grant the group immortality. Trial of the Amazons begins in March and is written by Becky Cloonan, Michael W. Conrad, Vita Ayala. DC's advertisements for the storyline claim that it will usher in the next age of Wonder Woman, making substantial changes to the hero's status quo. In addition to Diana herself, the story features Artemis, Hippolyta, Nubia, and Wonder Girl Yara Flor in prominent roles.